So here we are, Boetie Yusuf, live on our bus from in Spain, on our way to Toledo and onwards to Madrid. What an amazing tour so far.
Yes, and it's actually sad to think that it's all coming to an end.
Yes, don't say that, Boetie Yusuf.
But as with everything else, it also needs to come to an end. But it's been a wonderful, wonderful journey thus far. It really has been.
Alhamdulillah, yeah, it's been a fantastic journey, and I mean, it all started 14 days ago when we left Cape Town and we went to Morocco. Boetie Yusuf.
Right.
It's almost like it was a couple of months ago. That's how it feels.
That's how it feels, and it also feels as if it was only yesterday, because here we are at the end of the tour again, and it's as if we only started yesterday with starting in Morocco. But it's been a wonderful experience, and I must say that I will encourage anyone that would like to undertake, I almost want to say, a life-changing tour. Have a holiday, but a life-changing holiday is to seriously consider going on this tour. Really, I do.
Definitely. I mean, even from Morocco, Boetie Yusuf, that amazing experience we had in Casablanca when we got there. We had the Jummah the next day, which was wow. It was an amazing experience. It was something that was unique, I think, for all of us. We all experienced the situation we mentioned before of the two qaris that were reciting. And even though we didn't fully understand what it is that the Sheikh was saying in the masjid, but just the experience of being there, the beauty of the masjid itself, that is the Hassan II masjid in Casablanca, that was something else.
And of course, as I spoke to the people of the area, telling me that the mosque can hold 50,000 musallis, and in the outside area that can actually accommodate 150,000 people. So they explained to me that when it is during the fast with the Taraweeh or any of the big like Eid and so on, they would have up to 150,000 people on that plane, having set up speakers and so on. But you need to see this to really understand what I'm trying to say. But yes, indeed, how wonderful it was.
You need to see it to believe it.
You have to actually see it to believe it. But what a wonderful experience it was.
Boetie Yusuf, then we went onwards to Marrakesh. Marrakesh, known as the gem of Morocco, not for nothing. We experienced why. We had a lovely experience there in itself. We visited one of the markets, not one of the markets, the famous market in Marrakesh called Jama Al Ifna.
That's that's the one that's always on the travel channels, etc.
Yes, one of the most visited sites in Morocco, and something very interesting happened there. Now, I need to tell the viewers that I, as big as I am, I've got this phobia for snakes.
Don't even call it a phobia. You're just scared of a snake.
Days of you overreacting.
No, not overreacting. I've never seen such a big baby when I saw this guy run for a snake. I mean, you can't be that scared of a snake, man.
Well, Boetie Yusuf is exaggerating.
No,
What actually happened was that Boetie Yusuf, camera in hand, walked towards this guy, the snake charmer, ready to take this, snap this picture. And the guy comes towards Boetie Yusuf like a raging bull wanting to stop him. And I was about to jump to Boetie Yusuf's defense until I saw the snake in his hand. Nou, Boetie Yusuf, die was nie 'n wurm nie, die was 'n slang.
It was a slang, maar die ding is die manier jy gehardloop het en die manier jy bang was. I wish we had the camera that time to actually show the listeners how you, as big as you are, could run, how fast you could run. Het lyk amper so 'n wurmpie wat hy voorgehardloop het.
Hi, Boetie Yusuf, you were on your own there. Like I said to you, I was about to come to your defense, but when I saw that snake, ek het brakes getrap en ek het sommer gereverse one time.
And let me tell the listeners, wat ons praat van die slang en hoe kom Mohammed, jy weet, die man het die slang gehou soos iemand 'n slaan ding hou in sy hand, soos 'n kierie of zoiets. In ander woorde, amper sou hy myself wel geslat het met hy slang. En toe Mohammed dit sien, dus al sy bravery en die wat hy like, I'll come to your aid, alles daai vergeet wanneer hy sien toe die
enough. Let's move on, Boeta Yusuf. Let's move on.
Ek kan nie glo nie. But yeah, so I'll remember Marrakesh for that I saw this big Muhammad as if he's running for his life, and hy sê die life as hy is getreten.
And then moving on slowly, Boeta Yusuf, we had another amazing experience in Marrakesh, and that was something that wasn't part of the tour, something that we did which was completely optional, extra, but most of us did it anyway, and it was called Chez Ali. What a lovely experience that was.
What a lovely experience. We actually experienced the culture. It was a cultural evening of the people of Morocco, and it really was something to behold, something to enjoy, because there was enjoyment, but there was also, like I said, that learning curve to a person actually getting to know the other side of Morocco. I mean, for me personally, with all the niceties and the nice food and all those, the big thing that as I was sitting there in the arena when we watched the horse show, you know, those horsemen, almost like warriors of those years and so on. Now, I would imagine these people having to fight for their lives on these horses, because they actually put up an act for us, a show for us, where it was as if they were in battle.
Yes,
with guns blazing and everything. And you would think to yourself, that is the kind of life that these people had to live to actually have a Morocco of today.
Indeed, Boeta Yusuf. I mean, I remember the spectacular fireworks. I remember the stunts that the horsemen did, which was amazing.
They were good.
The different cultural dances, the lovely, lovely food that we had. I mean, that was the highlight for me. Kos is my highlight.
Yeah, Kos is highlight.
And our people thoroughly enjoyed themselves there, Boeta Yusuf. I think they had a ball of a time.
Yes, and for the very first time, I actually saw people receiving half a lamb on the table.
Yes.
Half a lamb between what, 8 to 10 people.
En Boeta Yusuf kan nie bet nie.
En ja, ek kan nie by eet nie. Dis wat ek ben van, ek kan nie bet nie, want die Muhammad, hy's 'n opening batsman. En as hy die dag as hy stryd is, dan kom daar nie nog 'n batsman in nie. Hy slaat sommer die hele skool af.
Yeah, so anyway, we had a fantastic evening. That was Chez Ali, wonderfully spent together. Everybody spoke about how lovely the experience was.
Yes.
And after Marrakesh, Boeta Yusuf, we made our way through to Rabat and Meknes, passing through en route to Fez. But then we saw again some amazing masjid, some amazing sites, some amazing history. We learned something about, you know, some of the some things that the Moroccan king, some of the important things that he's done for his community and his society. And then obviously we moved onwards to Fez. And in Fez itself, we visited this amazing Medina, the amazing city of Fez. And I remember us walking through those narrow pathways.
The alleys.
The alleys. And there's something like over 9,000 roads or alleys in this particular city. Plenty, many shops. I think something like over 20 or 30,000 little shops. And in the middle of all these shops, you find the little houses and a little community there.
People are living. That's their living quarters. That's how they live.
Yes.
And I remember the guide who was from the area saying to us that even he can get lost in that area.
Yes, that's how vast it is.
That's how vast it is. And the big thing is, the roads do not have a name or a number or nothing. How those people get around, only they will know. But I do know that we as Cape Townians would get lost. I mean, remember when the guide told us, what's his name told us, that the guide, when he told us about another guy that took a big group of people, and eventually everybody was safe and he got lost.
People were safe and the guide got lost. That's how big this Medina is. I shouldn't be calling it Little Medina or Little City. And we had a good experience there, Boeta Yusuf, you know, visiting the Zavia of Sheikh Ahmed Tijani, which was very nice for all of us. And then also opposite the masjid, we visited, or there was a little small, like a kindergarten, like a creche. And we had a nice experience there as well.
Yeah, because as we were walking towards the mosque, I could hear the sound of little kids, you know, reciting, but as we know, our kids recite when they preschool, that chanting kind of.
Yes.
And we were drawn to it. So I went in there, and how beautiful it was just to see these little children actually living their lives according to Islam.
Wow.
And reciting, but also still being children. And I couldn't resist but having to take a few pictures with those kids. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah. Yeah, that was a beautiful experience, unplanned. Yeah, we didn't plan on going there, but you know, when we heard those little voices, we were drawn naturally towards it, and that was a beautiful experience in its own. After Fez Boetie Yosuf, we made our way through to Eshouan, where we spent our final evening in Morocco, and what a beautiful village that is.
Well, that I must say, that was just something, and of course, you've just pronounced it the way that the locals
do, yes.
But everybody else would say Chefouan.
Chefouan, yeah.
So Chefouan, and it is a village that's nestled between the mountains, and it's just something else, because there you'll find people living a village life. The hotel that we were at, firstly let me say that because it was a little village, and because of the experiences we've had with the bigger cities and the accommodation and so on, I remember you saying to me that you're a little concerned because we're going to a little village and you wouldn't want to shortchange the people that are on tour with us by putting them in a hotel that would be, you know, not up to standard.
Of course.
And what a pleasant surprise.
I'm telling you, it was a beautiful surprise. You know, especially when we just came into the village and we stopped right on top of this valley, and we could oversee the entire little village. And we stopped. We actually got out of the bus and took pictures of this beautiful sight. The city is covered in blue, so it looks, you know, everywhere as far as your eye could see. You just see blue rooftops, blue buildings. Amazing sight. We actually wish that we could spend a little bit more time there. But in essence, that was what Morocco was about. Morocco was a lovely experience.
Beautiful experience.
Good people, beautiful culture, lots of history, lots of Islamic history. Definitely a place to see, a place to visit. I think Boetie Yosuf definitely will be back.
Yeah, definitely. And also one must say that afterwards, when we went to Spain, it was as if it was necessary for a person first to have to go to Morocco to actually get an introduction to what is happening in Spain, what happened in Spain, because many times our guide here in Spain would also refer
back to Morocco.
So it is as if it is necessary.
And likewise our guide in Morocco would continuously refer to Spain.
So the two interlinked, and as we went along, you can actually understand why.
Indeed. I think Boetie Yosuf, all in all, fantastic experience. In our next broadcast, inshallah, we'll be speaking to you about our experience in Spain. But for now, we're on our way to Toledo for another fantastic educational experience. Our group, a little bit tired, they all taking a nap.
Yeah, look at that. Assalamu alaikum. No reply.
Please greet your family in Cape Town.
That's live, so you can wave to them. They can see that.
Right, so that's a wave all the way from Spain. That's a Spanish wave. We're all still enjoying the effects of a lovely evening that we had last night with a local Spanish family. But more about that in our next broadcast. Stay tuned.
Yeah, and of course, we're on our way to Madrid, and many of the people here are also soccer lovers, wishing, that's just wishful thinking, of course, wishing that they could actually see the stadium of Real Madrid. What will happen? We don't know. We'll see when we get to Madrid.
So till later from both of us.
Inshallah.
Inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.